Hello and welcome everybody to the next race of the season here in Duel number 2 of the Spotify Cup Series. I don't know why we're single file, but Duel 2 of the Spotify Cup Series. I am joined in the booth by Arnioto.
Hello, guys.
And, yeah, I think we have a full field. Yep, full field. Or no, we're missing one driver. We're missing one car. So, yeah, we have a lot of rookies in this race as well. Ancient, Smoking, a lot of people have been talking about them. Bots in this race. We have some
Hurry up.
veterans. Shut the fuck up. Go back to your goddamn VC. Alright, anyways, we have some veterans like Northern, Tubopt, Birdo, Byron, Mason. It's going to be a very competitive duel, but I think this one is also going to be very aggressive. All right. About to take the green flag at Daytona. Green flag in the air. And a bad jump. By the way, there is a middle line.
Oh, I should probably turn my graphics down so I can actually see what's going on. Oh, looks like Tubop gets pushed up to the top lane. He's gonna go up there and probably get the run, but nobody's there to help him. Oh, Birdo almost goes around.
He saved it. Niagara Racing working well on the top side. And now here's the thing about these cars. They get huge runs. But also we've noticed there's a lot of teamwork at tracks like this. Chubop getting runs on the high side, big run on the bottom. You're gonna see, whoa!
Whoa.
But as I was about to say, you're gonna see a lot of people working really hard together. Especially these WAB Motorsports and Liberty Duo, because they are aligned. Big run, Birdo on the back bumper of Ancient.
Birdo's gonna have to break and or move to the top lane. Bot gets a huge run, massive lead. Entering turn number 3, the outside lane starting to become established. Not much though. We have 3 drivers and majority on the bottom lane. Oh, big run by Northern. He's going to go to the outside lane. And Birdo's going to get stuck at that bottom. He might have someone to help him. Looks like it. Byron is going to help Bot on that lower lane, but that outside lane is going to start to be created now.
Oh, Northern tried to block. Big run off the corner. Bot goes down to the bottom. Help from Byron. Contact Tubopt and Ancient.
Very, very tight squeeze in there. He tried to make it work, but was unfortunately not able to. And he dropped Ancient back, and they're going to be stuck on that top lane.
And now a huge run from Northern and Birdo down the back straightaway, working very well together. The two Liberty Motorsports cars, as WAB Motorsports make contact at the back. It is Smoking who goes around.
He saves it, so no caution. And the green flag will stay up. Taliban Gaming, no call. This is not Taliban Gaming.
Mason and Tubopt working together. Tubopt tries to come down. He goes around off the front end of Bot and almost collects Ancient.
Saves it, almost hits Ancient, but he's now back with Smoking. Back at the really far back. They're going to have to work together to get back to the front. But Mason, big run on the inside after getting bumped by Bot. Ooh, smart move by Bot to not try to overtake. They have a lot of time to wait until they need to start making moves. But Mason's going to move to that top lane and get some help from Northern, as Bot and Byron are going to sit down that bottom lane.
I was pretty surprising there. I thought Northern might have made a move for the lead. And about to start trading on the high side. Byron and Bot making moves to the bottom. But I bet the Liberty's cars won't really go down there. Mason tried to go with Bot. You got to make up your mind in that situation. If you're going to go down to the bottom, stay at the bottom. That's a smart move by Byron, breaking behind Bot.
Berto getting a little put in the middle of the two cars, but able to pull back, smart move, and stay behind Northern here. Mason, you see, is now stuck in the middle of the two cars. Gonna have to drop back. But as we saw earlier, a late block by him, and he's like, I mean, exactly what Mark said. He's got to make up his mind before choosing a lane to stay in, because that could have been even more unfortunate. That could have been even worse than it possibly, or than it was as it started.
And now that top line starting to move. Ancient tries to come down, and he's going to save it.
Save it. Alex Bot a bit. They're going to drop back a little bit, but we see now Two Bop and Smoking back up to the pack. Able to make their way up, working together. They're going to stay on the top lane, but that bottom lane is going to stay well defined, and everybody is going to use it so far.
Yeah, everyone right now on the bottom, except for Smoking, who's still trying to get that outside to go.
Byron was a little loose, but he's able to save it, and he's going to stay at that bottom lane, pushing Mason up to the top. Now, if Mason had more of a help behind him, he probably would be able to stay up there, but unfortunately, due to that, and just like that, Berto is now put back up.
Yeah, this is a lot different.
Now between teams.
This is a lot different than Duel 1. We saw a lot more guys in Duel 1 popping up to the outside. While here in Duel 2, not many people are using the advantage of the outside line. Now we got 4 people on the top, and the biggest thing about the outside is if you have quantity. Alright, you need more people on the outside than the people on the inside. That's how you're going to get it to work. Right here, Berto gets a run. He's going to deliver it to Byron. Mason tries to split the middle.
Mason.
He's making some pretty... Mason making some pretty bad moves.
Middle lane. 3 wide now. And, Byron's going to get put to the bottom. Under the line of it. They're going to save it. They're just going to go back to top-bottom lanes. But Ancient and Smoking now trying to establish a middle lane. Which, in this...
Whoa! They almost went around. Smoking came down just a tiny bit on Bot. Accidentally went 4 wide. Ancient will break to the back, and now they got WAV Motorsports and Liberty lined up on the high side.
A big run by Northern, but unfortunately did not have.
Bot not clear. Save it.
Goes around. Gonna save it. Go up the track a bit. But Mason's gonna go to that outside, being very aggressive this race so far. Inside lane, losing a lot of its people. Oh, and Northern's gonna get bumped up to that top.
See, the hardest part about using the outside, middle line, whatever you want to call it, is that there will be times where you can't get lined up. You can't push the person in front of you. Either one, you have too big of a run, or 2, the person in front of you is just lined up awkwardly. Byron tries to go up to block.
Bad timing there. The massive runs, late blocks are not very rare due to the fact that, I mean, many people are just trying to keep lines that are unfortunately being lost due to this, the way the teaming is working.
Whoa!
And Ancient can go under the yellow to pass. I don't know if that's going to be legal, but he was forced a bit. And he's going to have to break and move back behind Northern. Oh, he's going to smack the wall there. Oh, Northern's going to get pushed down. He's going to not be able to go back up. Bot's going to be put up to the top lane there. And that inside lane is just being very competitive today. They have just been pushing and pushing those drivers around to the top lane and behind. And I mean, as we see, it's just these starting positions are very, very crucial in a lot of these races, and especially the Daytona 500.
Whoa,
But
Mason comes down.
Northern's gonna get turned around, and he's gonna smack Smoking, which is gonna put him back a bit. They both save it though. Bob being smart not to try to go under him, but unfortunately he's going to go up, and Bot's going to take that spot. Ancient being bumped around a bit in that middle lane there.
Huge run.
Big run. Bot
I think he lagged.
Oh, I think so.
Oh yeah, Bot was braking. Okay, good.
Oh, all right. Bot's going to go back to the back of the pack after a little lag spike, I guess. Ancient on that inside lane, Mason on that outside lane. We have a pretty even split of drivers.
Oh, I saw what Berto was trying to do there. He was trying to keep brake checking Northern, just trying to get a run to deliver to Ancient. Just didn't plan out how he thought it would.
Now Ancient trying to get some side draft, but you're gonna have to keep on that bottom lane for now. No middle lane is established, so wouldn't be the best idea to.
Whoa,
try.
Northern to the inside. Tubop does a bad block on Ancient.
Berto in the middle lane, Tubop. In that Berto's, or not Berto, but Ancient's gonna have to go back, and Tubop is gonna get a warning for that turn down.
Well, there's a difference between a warning and a verbal warning. A verbal warning is, you know, you get 3 verbal warnings, it results in a warning, and then a warning, obviously, just a warning. You get 3 warnings, then you're parked. However, if you get 3 verbal warnings, it's just gonna be a normal warning. However, if you were on 2 warnings at the time, you get 3 verbal warnings, you're parked. 3 wide, Byron stuck on the outside, Mason in the middle with the Fords behind him.
Big run for Berto.
Contact
here,
Mason and Bot.
Just as much. Being very aggressive here, as you can see.
Berto in the lead, got a big run off the corner after a push from Northern. Ancient will go to the inside, Bot goes with him. Byron, big run on the top. He's going to try and block Berto.
Tries to go down very late, but Berto now, big gap away.
Whoa!
What's happened? He's going to turn Ancient Bot. He's going to hit Tubop, but everybody's going to save it. So. Good there. A little bit of shuffling from this pack here, as our lines are going to be lost, and Byron's going to be stuck on that outside lane with no help.
And Berto, risky decision there going up to block. That almost did not work. Bot tries to go down. Blocks Northern.
Bot goes up into Tubop.
And these Chevys are working very well together. We only had 2 in Duel 1, and they still worked very well together. Northern probably lagging there.
Northern, a little bit of lag, right on that inside.
Whoa, whoa!
I don't know. No, I don't know about that one.
Nah, he's got a break, yeah.
Oh. Bit close there.
I mean, I would have preferred if he, like, gone under the apron and brake so he didn't brake check the field. Okay, there.
Tubop, of course, out.
Everyone's going below right now.
Oh. Between the same.
Down the back straightaway.
Halfway through
Birdo.
the laps now.
Shove from Northern. Right now, logging laps. But with the huge runs that they get, it's really hard to do so.
Gonna hold off these lines is definitely a very tedious task because everybody just then was on the inside lane.
Outside line
Very
forming.
aggressive on these runs.
No one goes up to the outside. Will someone maybe try to take it?
Very
Whoa,
close
okay,
there.
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna break back.
Smart. Byron tries to go up, block Ancient, doesn't work. Northern comes down, and he's gonna go off the front end of Mason. Once again, same thing that happened with Mason. If you go up, yeah, I know, no caution. But if you go up, you have to come back, or if you go up, you have to stay in the high side. Like, you can't second guess yourself and be like, I don't want to be up here. I got to go down low. If you go up, stick with it. If it doesn't work, go to the back, try something else.
Everybody utilizing that inside lane there. Bop and Birdo really close, but Birdo's ultimately gonna put Subops up a bit, and he's gonna stay up there. Big run for Birdo. Mason's gonna go up, and now trying to get that outside lane working again. They're making his way back up to the pack, and a lot of shuffling from these drivers, but still trying to keep that bottom lane. Ancient's gonna go up a bit. He's gonna
Bot
break,
was
try to get
there,
back
Bot
down.
was there, Bot was there.
Bot now on the inside. Smoking's gonna go up. Jeez, the lag, oh my god.
Byron tries to go
Byron's
high.
gonna go up on Smoking. Not able to be clear, but he's gonna go up and get in front of him. Oh, big run for Byron now. And
Okay,
Ancient's
I'll
gonna
be
go
I'll be
under.
fair with Ancient there.
He's
He
gonna
was trying
have
to avoid a wreck.
Birdo gets forced up by Bot. Bot on that outside lane. Big bump
Yeah.
by Mason.
No,
Northern back.
the
into
outside
top
line is
three.
no help right now. Smoking goes all the way up to the outside. He probably lagged there.
Little bit
Huge
of a
run.
here.
Oh, what a run from Birdo. He's going to try and take it to the inside.
Bot
Couldn't
can
make a
get
move. Northern
right after.
Northern helping his Liberty
Back over
Motorsports
Birdo.
teammate on the high side. Mason shoving Bot.
Oh.
Contact the Chevys. The Chevys almost went around. Mason goes high. He's probably lagging.
Mason into the wall. Lag spike for Mason there. But as we head into 10 to go here at Daytona.
Now they're
making sure to keep the lead, but he might not have it. He might not be able to for too long if that outside lane is gonna have more and more drivers be added on. And Birdo and Bot's gonna move up to that outside lane, make sure to get the bump from Ancient, but also keep the block on him.
No, I was going to say there are some drivers in Team VCs right now. Everyone on WAV and Liberty are in the same Team VC because they have an
Northern.
alliance. Northern, please break. Okay, he's good.
Yep, break down.
But as I was going to say, they're Northern, Ancient, Birdo, and Smoking are all in a Team VC right now. No, though they're on different teams, Liberty and WAV are aligned. Tubopt and Byron could not make that pass on the inside there. Niagara gets separated, and now they're wrecking. Tubopt.
Tubopt on the back bumper.
Oh, he's still on the back
almost
bumper of
gave it.
Mason.
Very close.
What was Tubopt doing?
Just got a little bit of some surfing action on the back spoiler of Mason. They're gonna stay in that inside lane. Gonna come back. Outside lane. Losing a lot of his drivers there.
Birdo, big run down the back straightaway. It looks like everyone's going to train on the inside here. Birdo has all the Fords lined up behind him.
Oh, he's almost going to have to stay up there. Mason, big run by him. And Subop as well, forced up. They're going to go 3 wide off of turn number 4. Subop, good idea to break behind Mason. Get out of a possible wreck situation. But Birdo's still going to keep the lead up as we head into 8, as we are into 8 to go. Bot on that outside lane. Big run, and Byron moving up as well.
I was trying to get a cool shot. What will Bot do? He's got to try to block 2 lanes. He goes down to the bottom. Looks like that's a good decision. If I was Bot here, I'd stay down on the bottom. That outside does not look good. It does not look like it had a lot of people there. Once again, single file off of turn 4. Birdo peeks to the outside. And all the Chevys will go up there, leaving Bot in the dust.
That's going to get put to that bottom lane, and the only people behind him, Mason and Byron, forced back a bit. But Northern's going to go back down to that inside lane, and Birdo's going to take the lead away. Going to be person to block both of these lanes, and Ancient, big run in that middle lane.
Bot to the inside. Northern throws a block.
Oh, Northern goes down with Bot. Trying to block him, but they're going to have to force their way back into the pack. Oh, and Northern's going to go up into Bot trying to get in. Oh, Birdo's going to force down Mason into the bottom.
Ooh, Birdo tries to block.
Down by Byron to take that inside lane.
Birdo tried to block Ancient there. And the thing is about blocking, we talk about it a lot. Okay, can't make that pass. But as I was saying, we talk about blocking a lot. And it's one of the things you have to do at super speedways. It's one of the things you have to do in order to maintain your lead.
Byron makes a move on Birdo to force him in that middle lane, but that outside lane, big runs from them here. And that inside lane is going to be left a bit. Bebop going down. And kind of alternating these drivers here. Ancient staying on that outside lane, fighting for first here between all the drivers on that inside.
Big run for Mason, delivers it to Ancient. 5 laps to go in Duel 2. All these drivers fighting for second place in the Daytona 500. The Rudo will be starting first. Who will be alongside him in second?
Mason down in the middle lane. What is he going to do? He's going to have to side bump draft off.
Whoa!
Byron trying to block Tubop.
Byron tried to slide up, block Tubop. So now everyone working to try and file out on the high side here. Okay.
And everybody back on that inside lane. Tubop, big run for him, and Byron's going to be stuck on that outside lane as everybody files down to the bottom. Could he be the one to start off in second at Daytona 500? He's got a big lead, and Birdo's going to force Ancient up, but also going to get picked up by Mason. As the laps are winding down, only 4 to go heading into 3. We're going to probably see some moves be made here in order to get that second place spot. And as we saw some of these drivers very aggressive in the beginning, it's probably their time roughly now to start making those big plays. As Smoking's going to go to that outside lane.
And did not have any
got
help.
back. Oh, Mason.
Mason can...
Turned around by Bot.
Well, I mean, he could have made the move there because Tubop had the lane open. Contact at the back.
That out.
Northern Birdo.
Outside lane completely gone now, but he now has the inside being the only lane there. Mason trying to get to that inside of Tubop. He's gonna have to break. He went under.
I think he was just trying to let Tubop back in line.
Oh, Mason making sure to bump him as that outside lane is starting to be made again. They have the advantage, but if they can't get enough drivers up there, it will not be enough to...
Yeah, and the hardest thing about the outside is actually getting lined up, getting those pushes. Bot
is gonna lag.
He has a bunch of lag spikes, so he probably lagged or something.
Northern back in that top 3. Tubop still staying pretty far ahead of the rest of the pack.
Smoking abandoned that high side. Ancient does not have a pusher anymore, so it's going to be really hard for him to get to the 48 of Birdo. That's probably going to cause the outside line to fall back a little bit. Will Smoking get back in line? Yes, he will. The outside is numbers.
Outside lane now.
Whoa!
Oh, but they're going to be forced down to the bottom lane as Ancient and Birdo go down. They're going to foul back up to the top. Northern now with a full...
And there they go! Wrecking, it's Byron!
Go around. Oh, he's going to save it.
Byron backs it into the wall.
Here we go. About to head around one final time here at Daytona for duel number 2.
Mason playing blocker for Tubop.
Mason being smart on this inside. Ancient trying to go for a run. Doesn't get it. He's now on the outside with Bot. Can he file back in?
No, Mason throws a bad block.
Almost goes around.
Okay.
And also goes back into Ancient. And Tubop's in the lead now.
And contact!
Warning, Bot's gonna force Tubop up, and Bot in the lead now. All he has to do is secure these last turns. Northern on the back bumper of him. What's gonna happen? Exiting turn number 4.
Exiting turn 4. Northern's gonna have a big run. He's got the advantage. Bot just has to block. Northern delivers a push to Bot.
Northern on that outside.
Whoa!
Northern. No clear, and Bot is gonna win duel number 2. He's gonna take that second place spot for the Daytona 500 next week. Bot wins duel number 2. And Tubop almost goes around, or not Tubop, but Northern almost goes around right at the end there. A late block by Mason, very troubling.
Alright, well, Bot wins duel 2 after Mason blocks late.
Northern almost able to secure it, but was not able to get the one final bump right at the end. But we'll see a Daytona 500. It's most likely going to be a lot more variation between these drivers.
Well, Bot gets his first career win. Hold on, let's see here. Set G, they, negative 35. These burnouts suck. Oh my god.
No, Mason, it's because you did it on the last lap.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last or second to last? It was last.
Last. Oh my god.
Oh, big
What the
wreck.
fuck? I'm trying to get a cool shot. Can you not fucking do that? Mason, there's a giant difference in the rule book about late blocking on the last lap, passing below on the last lap, whatever. There's a much larger penalty about doing that. And also, it's like that in NASCAR as well.
The bot's gonna secure that second place start for the Daytona 500. Wonder what he's gonna be able to do with it. Although the race is very long, I wonder if it is going to give him any advantage.
Alright. Mason, did I say brake? I said, why did you late block? You tap brake. You don't hold it. You tap it a couple times. That's how you go to the back. Mason, the reason why I'm mad at you is because you late blocked. That's why I'm mad. Not because you didn't brake, because you late blocked. You've done that so many times in super speedway races. Well, Duel 2 is definitely not as good as Duel 1, but I'll take it. We still had some
Wasn't
solid
too
racing.
bad.